Hello everybody. Today we got a bit of a different but also similar thing. So came across this product that I'm very interested in trying. So of course you know that we have fragrances, we have the oils, the scents and the notes dissolved into oil, and then we have the oils that's put into some sort of capsule, and then we have the very, very high concentration of alcohol, and this is what we have for our fragrances. This is what the fragrance is. And it's kind of been that way for a long time, different concentrations, but never really a whole lot of craziness. There's these things called fragrance oils, which is just the oil. You get the oil not dissolved into anything very strong, but doesn't seem to project very much. And then you have solids, which is a very similar process, except the oil is kind of hardened, but again, there's a problem with the projection. But I came across this product because I follow another fragrance individual couple, really, but they talked about this product, and this product is called JB Butters. And what this is actual shea butter, which I first had to learn what shea butter was. To plead my own ignorance, I had no idea what shea butter was. It is a fat, so an oil that's taken from what they call that, the shea nut, which is a tree originating from Africa, and it's a great moisturizer. So we talked about this in a couple other videos as well, is that fragrances thrive in oil and saturation, but if you are having a difficult time with fragrances not lasting very long on your skin, for instance, it could be because you have very dry skin and the fragrance just dissipates quickly. So we have this to be the grand equalizer, and this is going to be a little bit more involved of a review. The first part is just going to be me unboxing it and checking this out, because I haven't really checked this out yet. And then the second part is going to be after I have about a week of wearing this and tell you if it makes a difference. What these are is shea butter, but it is scented to be similar to your favorite fragrance. So there's a couple different ways that you can wear this. You could wear it standalone and just wear this as the fragrance, or most of the time what they have is they will wear it to layer. So you'll have this as a bottom layer, and then you take another fragrance, one that works well with it, and then you put that on the fragrance, and the moisture and the oil of this is going to allow you to make that fragrance last longer, and then also balance it out with whatever you're laying it with. So this is the product, and this is what it's going to look like. Now, this is an unbiased review, but I do very much want to like this product. Number one, this JB is a very, very small business based out of, I believe, Aurora, Colorado. So obviously I want to try to support the small businesses, but I want this to work very badly too, because it's such a cool concept. So this is unisex. They have masculine fragrances, they have regular scents like vanilla or musk or amber, and then they have more feminine fragrances like baccarat. I have two. One of them is the Aventus, and this is the one I have in my hand. And then the second one that I have is Tobacco Vinny, Tom Ford Tobacco Vinny. So I have two of these. It's only one size, and this is the size you get. I haven't really tried these yet, I will say. From a tapping standpoint, I think they're going to do marvelously. just tapping on them, honestly. Nothing but tapping triggers with JB Butters. And then, of course, it's plastic, so. But very, very cool. I think they look nice. And so this is exactly how they come. You open it up. And there we go. It is worth noting that JB has had several affiliations and people that he's given free samples to. I'm assuming in deals. I bought both of these. I'm not endorsed and I've never talked to this man before. So this is my own opinions based off of spending my own money. So the first notion I think to be overcome is a lotion is a lotion is a lotion. Clearly it's not. This is very, very thick, this type of lotion. So it is absolutely a solid. It's not going to be a lotion that you can just apply to yourself right out of the shower or anything like that. It's very dense, very, very dense, which I'm assuming is just going to help it perform and last that much longer, because you're not going to need a lot of it now. Just trying it out, to me, this does not smell 100% like tobacco vanille, but I didn't expect it to. And I actually think it might smell better than tobacco vanille, which is weird to say. But it's much less offensive, it's more buttery, it's more sweet, much more mass appealing version of tobacco vanille. So I suppose have our ranking it or rating it, which is what we're doing here, we're reviewing it. The smell is outstanding. The second one, Aventus. This Aventus one, if it works, you know what's one of the biggest complaints about Aventus? Has a good profile, but the performance is just not the greatest. So even having a base like this and then putting something like that, or Hasselblad, not only intense, so you can mix and match it and layer it with similar fragrances or totally different. Let's check this one out. That's delightful. Now this one actually smells very much like Aventus. The tobacco vanille, not as much. But this one definitely does smell quite a bit like tobacco, or like Aventus. Let's take this look out here now. This, not a whole lot that I can do on this section, right, other than just review the scent profile and also just take a look at the product itself. But I will try my initial reaction trying it on. I believe they recommend, like you wake up in the morning, take a shower or something to apply it after that to clean skin, fresh skin. But the way that we're going to use this product, I'm assuming through trial and error, but we're going to want to apply this product in the particular areas that we're going to be spraying our fragrances. And again, I've made a video on that, but for me, I apply my fragrances on my neck, right below my ears. It gets warm there and tends to produce heat. Heat generates the fragrance, makes it project more. And then also on the wrists. So I know one of the big factors in determining how much fragrance oil to put in something like this comes down to skin irritation. So I might try it a few times. Like the neck is a little bit more of a sensitive area, so I might try it on the neck, and my neck does not like it, so I have to do a bit of trial and error. But I'll take this and we'll apply it. Let's see. And it goes on very, very easy, very smoothly as soon as it sort of mingles with the heat of your natural body temperature and the skin warmth. It's going to sort of emulsify and allowing for better performance of your other fragrances. So what I'm going to do is a couple different tests. I'm going to put this side by side with Aventus, see which one performs the best. I believe Aventus probably will, but and then the second test that I'm going to do is to spray Aventus on top of the JB butters. Aventus over here on dry skin, see which one lasts longest. And then the third test that I want to do is just to layer it and see, but I don't want to give off the impression just because it's not this projection powerhouse, this monster, that it's not performing well. It is performing just fine. And now I'm going to take a little bit of tobacco vanille and apply it to the other side just to see. And it's the same application. Nothing crazy going on right there, but you have, in essence, two birds, one stone. You are hydrating your skin, is very good for it. And then, in addition to that, you are extending the life and performance of your fragrances. And then, on top of that, you're also adding a layer and complexity to the fragrance that you're applying. And the tobacco vanille smells so good. Yes, it's wonderful. It's a wonderful base. I don't know if you can truly appreciate sort of the oily sheen and the residue that it's leaving on there, but it is very moisturized, very oily, but as soon as you wipe it off your fingers, you don't have the problems. It's not like you're going to have a residual oil on your hands all day. So anyways, I've done enough talking. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go and try this, and I will see you in about a week with a bit of a full markup, and I'm also going to put a discount code down below. This is to another fragrance reviewer. I received nothing from this. I'm getting nothing from this, but if you want to show them some love as well and save, if you're interested in this product, I will include it down there. So I will see you in a week. Okay, we're back. Movie magic. A week can go by and just like that. So, a week with both of these, and overall, pretty happy. I applied it a couple different ways. I think it was suggested that if you were going to apply it like you apply it kind of like right out of the shower when your pores are open and the skin's clean and whatnot. So I did it both ways, and I can definitely see why you would want to do it like just right out of the shower. The very first time that I put it on just as is with Aventus, and I liked it. That was kind of the first day, but what I did is I put it on just right here, just a tiny bit, and I didn't get necessarily the projection that, I didn't expect it to project a lot, but it did last for probably 4 or 5 hours. So I said, okay, I was happy with that. The next day, I put it on one side, and then actually the first day, I was correct. The second day, I put it on just one side, and I sprayed this on it, and then I sprayed this on the other side as well, because I wanted to see if it really did last longer with this fragrance being on the lotion, the shea butter. And man, this fragrance is not known for being a monster performer. It's just not. But on my skin, it is. It's weird. I hear people say 2 to 3 hours with this guy. With this fragrance on my skin, it's 6, 7, 8 hours. Just me. So, to me, when I sprayed it, it didn't make a difference whether it was left or right. It did, however, change the profile. When I applied this, it just had a bit more of a lotiony, buttery,
seems to be trying to do this very thing. Invictus, Victory, Elixir being, I think, the greatest example that I can give of that. They try to create this powdery, buttery type of lotion kind of vibe to it. And that's exactly what this did. So it's a little bit ahead of its time, perhaps even. Was it better? No. Was it worse? No. It just depends on your particular desires. And if you like it better, if you liked that better, then yes, it was better. If you liked the more birchy, woodsy, masculine, then you would have not liked this. So I put away the Aventus and I picked up the Tobacco Vanille. I decided to do something a little bit different this time. I put the shea butter on half of my wrist. So not only this, but also this up top as well. And I was blown away by the performance and the projections. Heads and tails difference. It's not that it doesn't project or perform, it's that I wasn't using enough of it the first time I did it. I put this on there and I got 8 hours off of this, just this. Projection performance was really good. It was really good for me and my skin. But I also applied a fragrance, and that fragrance was Lamal's Elixir. The reason why I used Lamal's Elixir is because this fragrance has a very distinct vanilla note that I like, but it's also very mass appealing. It's not complex, and this is a bit of a problem that I had with it, but with the addition of the Tobacco Vanille, it's like the best fragrance ever. And this is where I figured out that this is the utility of the JB Butters, is not putting on the same fragrance, because regardless of if you like it better or worse, it's going to change the fragrance. So if I have Aventus, spray Aventus on the Aventus JB Butters, that's going to change it. The greatest selling point to this particular fragrance is mixing it and putting a different fragrance and using that as a way to accentuate it and to change it and to layer it. And I loved that, loved it. This and this one spray and this, it was so strong that my eyes were burning, and that is the greatest compliment I can give. It was so freaking strong, and I'm like, this is what they're talking about. So shower JB Butters fragrance like this mix right here was phenomenal, and I can only imagine that there's so many other different mixes and matches. I know that one of the selling points is you can also follow JB on like his Instagram, and shows you what he's mixing and matching. He does a very similar thing, mixing and matching, and it's incredible. It's so great. Now let's break it down. Do I think it's worth it? Yes, 100% I think it's worth it, but the cost, it's not the cheapest. It's also not super expensive, but it's not the cheapest. This was $40, this was $60. Now these tubs might last you forever, depending obviously how much you use it. But you use such a small amount. Every time you use it, such a small amount. These tubs could last you so long. The oil's probably going to go bad before you fully use one of these tubs, for me anyways. And they encourage you to go out and buy more, honestly, because I want to go and see how I can layer the other ones as well. So for cost, yes, it is a little bit expensive, and I think part of that reason is he's using good ingredients, but also it's a small business, and whereas bigger companies have lower manufacturing costs because they're doing so much. It's a smaller business, so not as much of that output. And it makes sense, right? It makes sense. So cost a little pricey, but not compared to the fragrances either. Say, for instance, you want to buy this and just wear it as Creed Aventus. This is $40. Creed Aventus is $200. So putting it into context, it's not. It's fine. It's a good deal. Projection and performance. You have to wear it right. It's trial and error. It's not every single application is going to give you great results, but performance was wonderful. Application and projection was wonderful. What it did to my other fragrances that I layered it with was wonderful. So I'm really pleased. If you want to pick one up yourself, I'll leave a discount code in the info section. It's not my discount code. I'm not getting anything for it. It just gives a kickback to another YouTuber who talked about this. So, I really like it. I love the idea of the fragrance solids and the fragrance oils. This is nothing new. Fragrance oils have been around forever. Lotions and scented lotions have been around forever, but it took, JB saying, hey, why don't we make a scented lotion that smells like popular fragrances? And I can't believe more people are not doing it. It's great. So I give it 2 thumbs up. I really like it. I look forward to using it and integrating it into my collection. So I'd love to see more innovation and more individuals out there making things that are just a little bit different and that change fragrance community like this. So I salute you, Mr. JB, and well done on what I can tell is a very good product. So thank you all, everybody. I look forward to seeing you on the next video. Until then, be well.